occupying the IDA Impact panel here at AFIDOCS. Jose, after screening the film documented last year here at AFIDOCS premiering, it's been a whirlwind year. What's it kind of been like for you?
I'm just indebted to my editor for staying with me for the past year. Her name is Sabrina Schmidt-Gordon, and she has stayed with me as I've made cuts and cuts and cuts from the film and to try to get it to where it is now, getting ready to air on CNN. So, yeah, it's been a, thank God for deadlines, right? If there were no deadlines, I'd still be editing. But I'm just really indebted to this festival, for being the place where we premiered this film and, allowed it to occupy a space here in DC in which the toxic environment when it comes to immigration and not doing anything, right? I mean, this was the perfect place to launch the film. Yeah.
And what we were kind of discussing today, and tell me, how important is documentary film as a catalyst to drive policy?
Well, I mean, I really think that right now, documentary filmmaking is going through a renaissance, right? And given that our news organizations aren't doing what they should be doing in terms of actually covering issues with a kind of depth and nuance and humanity that they allow and that they should have, I think this is where documentaries can really step in. I mean, look, this is the golden age of Netflix, right? The golden age of iTunes, Amazon. I'm surprised even my 16-year-old nephew is like watching documentaries on Netflix. He's like, he's not asking me about when the film's going to show in theater. He's like, when is it going to be on Netflix? So I just think it's a wonderful opportunity, and anything we can do to make sure that we're supporting documentary filmmakers to make the kind of films they should be making, independent of, the other pressures that we face, right?
What we were talking about today in terms of you guys funded your own film, and part of this with Fledgling Fund, how important is it for young filmmakers, established filmmakers, to be able to find funding for these projects?
Oh my God, money is everything, right? And so I was really just lucky to be able to find the right kind of funding for it. But it always, to me, is a question of resources, right? How do we expand that pool, right? And how do we convince the philanthropic foundation world that culture matters, right? That it's not just about organizing, it's not just advocacy, it's not just politics. Culture matters. And I think that's an argument that all of us individually and collectively should be making.
So the film's premiering on CNN.
CNN, June 29th on 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to re-air at 11 p.m. And then it's going to encore on July 5th. Perfect. 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. So it's perfect. July 4th is my favorite holiday. So I'm happy that it's going to be on CNN.